back. So, last we left off, the crew of the expedition finally completed their final task that they have been given by the upper echelon of their betters. Culminating in Wolfram murdering a man in cold blood for a very beautiful
I believe it was
quality handgun. Sure, we'll call it self-defense.
Preemptive self-defense.
In addition, Luther receiving his wizardly robes at the expense of a fellow apprentice who will probably never walk the same after what Luther did to him. Regardless,
it was a switch. I mean, I don't feel like the physical damage from the switch. I mean, I don't know. You know,
Flaming switch.
Sure. It was on fire. You know,
It was
on
on
fire.
fire.
It is what it is. Regardless, though, all of you have been resting, recuperating, recovering from your injuries. Over a month has passed, enough time for all of you to recover not only your wounds, but also heal any of the more critical injuries that you have still had. Now, if I remember correctly, and it hasn't come up, Nog is the only one of you that didn't have a successful surgery for his eye, which we kind of already dealt with. Usually at this point is where we would roll to see if he succumbed to infection and rot and things began to spread throughout his body. However, due to something else that happened that will not be revealed until you guys ask the right questions, he does not have to do so.
Oh shit.
Nothing has set in. He is of good health.
Corrupted.
Regardless, though,
Interesting.
during this interim, you guys will get to roll for your money once again. If anybody doesn't know how to do that, we can go over that. That will be after we finish our endeavors. Let's start off with Wolfram.
Oh, all right.
Two endeavors, and then you can do a story-related endeavor if you like. You don't have to. In addition.
Okay. Well, this is kind of a story-related endeavor. I would like to either make myself or find some kind of like a rifle bag. You see, when like hunters will have their rifle inside a bag when they travel around. Because if I just walk around the city with this thing, I'm gonna die. Someone's gonna recognize me. It's too unique. So I'd like to meet.
It sounds like you need to commission a perhaps. Yes, Lucian.
This may dovetail with my downtime / endeavors. I'll be leveling up to duelist.
Yes.
And we'll get the trade gunsmith skill. So
Okay.
I was hoping to acquire some smithing
tools.
Yes.
Okay. Now, hell yeah. Smithing tools would be easily found. You do have a inn. You guys have already ran into Pucelle, Huguette Le Pucelle, the Bretonian merchant who specialized in arms and armor of various styles and culture. You met him once before. He was very friendly, especially to a fellow man of Bretonian blood. And you'll be able to acquire those for sure. Now, do you want to use those to help Wolfram with his endeavor?
Yeah, if I could. I feel like that'd be a nice dovetail.
Okay. So, this will be considered a commission. Or craft, actually, excuse me. So there are actually rules for this. Believe it or not. So, I will have Lucian make the roll. Let's see here. It will be with the trade gunsmithing rules.
What is your? Well, it doesn't matter. You're gonna make the roll anyways. because I've got that too. But I think your dex is
Oh, you
higher
do?
than mine. Yeah.
Well, if you both have it, I could say you guys could probably collaborate on this, and one of you can get a +10.
Okay. I got a 30. Do you have a higher than that?
My base dex is a 29.
So is mine. But how many points do you have in a trade gunsmith?
I have not sunk in any yet. It would depend on how much, if I'd be able to like spend some of my current XP in order to do that.
If you'd like to, yeah, you can.
The first 5 advances are what? Are they 10 apiece? What? How much XP is
I think
They are.
5.
Yeah,
Are
they're
they
5
5?
apiece. The
that?
first,
Oh man!
the first.
Oh, yeah.
No, they're.
I think it's
Wait.
10. It's 10.
It is 10. It is
I'm
10.
pretty sure it's 10.
Okay,
For skills, yeah, for skills,
Yeah,
I think it's 10.
and then it bumps up to 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go ahead and get that. So where am I?
Now you will get an additional +20 to this roll because this isn't it's not like a magical item or anything like that.
Okay.
It is a specialty item, but it's not like it's
super,
not like you're doing
quality.
It's not like you're putting together a rifle or something.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
So,
So
plus
you
with the
get
assist.
you get with the assist you'll get a +30 to this roll.
Okay,
Okay, sweet.
that'll be 1 level of success.
One level of success.
Yeah.
that's
No,
all
that's
you
a
need.
critical success.
Oh, it is a critical success.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So rarely
Okay.
see those.
So modified qualities or flaws. You can actually work in with a critical success. You can work in a quality of life trait into your work.
Ooh.
So for this being a holster, let's see here. What can I come up with? How about this will be a good one for you, Wolfram. Between you and Lucian collaborating on this, Lucian has a spark of inspiration, and as he's modifying this this tailor-made, are we going to be making this from leather or special material of any kind?
I figured it'd be leather.
Or standard leather, standard cured leather. He begins to make some unusual adjustments, Wolfram. And as he does, you realize what he's doing. And you will be able to draw and stow this weapon free of charge.
Nice. Okay, so that would be one of my endeavors, even though Lucian did it. That's still one of my endeavors.
Yeah,
right
that
there.
would be, yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, no.
So you still have another one.
All right, so before I got this gun, I was gonna try and see if I could actually find me another pistol, but I
Okay.
think I'd rather just and either see if I could trade my my dark elf sword for it. I don't have any money, so or something like that. I was gonna try and make some money in that, but it's all kind of thrown up since I got this gun.
Do you want to? So let me put it like this. Do you want to make money? Because that is an endeavor. You can make extra money for for when you're starting out, or you can. Where is it? I need to burn. You can. So you don't have any cash on you. You're tapped out.
No, I think because I had 3 silver, and I
Okay.
think I gave them to.
We could attempt to trade at Pucel's to try to do a trade to see if you can
Okay.
find an
Can I-
adequate item.
We try and haggle with them there,
Yes.
or okay.
You go ahead and give me a haggle roll.
All right, give me a second here. Oh, that's a fail.
That's a fail. That
Yeah,
is a fail.
4 levels of failure.
That's pretty bad. You do have a fortune point now because you got one back. If you'd like to
Oh
use
yeah,
it.
let's do it again. Yeah. Sorry, Mrs. Galactic is trying to text me right now. I apologize there. I told her to stop.
Are you good?
Okay, so let's try it again.
An 8.
Yeah, that's
resounding
it's 3 levels
success.
of success.
So, Wolfram, you trade in the sword. Very unique sword, I might add. While it appears to not be made of like any special metal, it is such a high quality weapon that Brucella's kind of taken aback at first. Oh, this is very special, my friend. You sure you want to part with this?
It doesn't suit my hand. I would rather stick with my guns.
This is a good thing. I am not a fan of the weapons myself, but this is fine indeed. Definitely elven craftsmanship. Sometimes we find some of these back in the old country. Many ruin, many different things. I speak too much. Regardless, this is fine enough. Believes it or not, despite me not trading in the black powder, I do in fact have a gentleman had to pay me back for some debt that he owe, and I have this. And he pulls out with that many successes, Wolfram. He pulls out what looks like a leather bracer. There is multiple holsters on it, but there's only one pistol inserted into it. You take the whole thing. It is yours.
Perfect. So I can have my pistols in this bracer, so I can draw them out like that.
Now it is This is a bandolier.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool.
I should have said bandolier. I said bracer. I meant bandolier.
And can I try? Did you say I can do a story-related one too?
Yeah, if you have something story-related you'd like to look in on or check with.
As I got back to the villa and I realized I'm coveting my new gun, but I realized I had to delve to very dark depths inside myself to murder this man in cold blood. I feel an evil growing within me, and I wonder if there's some way I might perchance find, I don't know, a holy man or some way to purge a little bit of this out of me.
Let me also, state that the story-related ones will not benefit you greatly. They are for the overarching story, not necessarily your own personal character.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's fine. This will kind of tie in. Why don't you give me a gossip roll? We'll see what you can find.
All right.
$19.
Okay, that's two levels of success.
2 levels of success. Damn, we're rolling hot all of a sudden, Wolfram.
I know.
Wolfram, as you are, you're kind of chatting. You around town, a few places. Your favorite spot, the watering hole. When you hear some ruffians talking in the corner about some kind of oasis out in the desert.
Okay.
And your ears perk up. They say, yeah, they say it's about a few weeks ride out into the desert, but you remember Johnny? His damn hand turned fucking crab claw. Believe it or not, we drank that water. He had a normal hand. Hand on Sigmar, it happened. And you hear these it's like fisherman tales going around. Nobody believes them. Everybody calls bullshit. But something about it just sparks your interest, Wolfram. And that's that.
Cool. Well, good to know. I definitely remember that. Perfect.
Nog!
Yeah.
You've never spoken of Nog. Unfortunately, one of yours does have to be either feeding or cooking somehow.
But I
because
have
you're
to
ogre.
eat. All right.
So it's up to you. Whatever you want to do for that.
So let's see.
I will
so
accept.
guess-
You can either do cooking.
right.
You can make a survival roll. You can make a haggle roll. Those are kind of the things that you're
Well,
either
I'm gonna
negotiating or okay. Give me a cooking roll. You do have a kitchen here, so you can get a +20 to this roll. You have
Okay.
experience.
That's a
cooking as
critical
well.
success.
Critical success.
I mean, the 44 under a 20. That's 44.
Dear.
21 is my cooking skill, but you gave me a +20,
Mhm.
so that's a 40 with a 44.
Crit failure.
Critical failure.
Critical. fail.
Yeah.
Nog.
Good.
However-
I don't
however-
like to eat.
However, Nog, you just got a fortune point back. It is your choice. You
Yeah.
can either re-roll that, or
Mm-hmm.
you can just say, "Hey, I got a success," and it will just count as a success.
Yeah, I'll just go with a success. There's
Okay.
no reason.
Yeah.
I'm not.
All right.
I'm not tempting the dice too hard tonight.
So Nog,
yeah,
you
so that's what I'm fed.
and the critical would have been quite bad, Nog, because you are hosting a celebratory cooking feast for the head biters.
Oh yeah.
You've been chumming it up with them, and who knows what would have happened to you should you have fucked up their meal. Because there's a lot of ogres in here, Nog.
It would have been
while
bad.
you-
It could've-
while
it
you
could've
were,
gone poorly.
While you're a feisty, man yourself, there's a lot of dudes in here, and they're all your size. Regardless, though, Nog, instead of what could have been a partially lackluster meal, you present something delicious, tasty, and in their gratitude, you were fed well for the past month, engorged, one might say, by the end. What did you cook, Nog? I'm curious.
Well, cooking for fellow ogres, I went out, I scavenged the outskirts of the town,
Mhm.
whatever the garbage might be, whatever the
Okay.
carrion might be,
Okay.
whatever, not quite disgusting. Well, my fellow companions, they wouldn't have tried this fare, not at all.
Mhm.
But probably a good old oxen head stew. Well,
Mhm.
a couple of nights, and I'd say probably a few pig's hooves bread loaves, things like that. Yeah, and finish it off with a nice palate cleansing intestinal cake.
Hey, it sounds delicious, Nog. And
That's
the
right.
head biters agree, as you are almost about to be their de facto cook for the for the local tribesmen. They are excited when Nog enters the kitchen at this point, all of them salivating, expecting a good hearty meal.
That's right.
With that, you are fed well, Nog. Go ahead and give yourself another point in cooking, free of charge, Nog.
Ooh,
Go ahead and take that. Go ahead and take that advance, Nog.
I love it.
You get another endeavor at this point, Nog. Well, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I noticed we could commission or craft,
You can.
and
Mhm.
I'd like to get something a little more, a little more fashionable for
For your eye
my
patch.
eye patch. Yeah.
Okay. You can do this one of two ways. You can either go to Pucel's. He's pretty much your
Mhm.
go-to guy as far as commissioning wear is. Now, you're an ogre, so this shit could get weird. Or you could consult an expert.
Yeah.
Now, that requires a gossip roll. But if you do it, you will be able to possibly speak to your fellow ogres and attain something interesting.
All right. Yeah. Let me. So I have to try to gossip.
That's if you want to do that, or you can just get a standard commission made.
Ah,
It's up
no,
to you.
I want to try that. I want to try to gossip.
Okay.
I heard something that it might be something particular for ogres
Now-
who might be blinded. Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a roll. You get a +10 to this roll because you are so well liked by the head biters.
All right. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh,
So 30
57?
sets. So yeah, 57. So that's 2 levels of failure.
okay. Even with the plus 10?
Yeah, so it would have been a 37
Damn.
with a plus 10, and I have a 57. Yeah, on my roll.
Unfortunately, Nog, you ask around, and even though you even one of the ogres you ask has like a cool ass, sweet ass eye patch. You're
Yeah.
like, did you know where I could find one of those? And he's like, ain't my
Nope, I
problem.
got nothing
Ain't-
for you.
Got nothing for you. Ain't my problem. Just kind of walks off.
Ah.
Situation. Damn.
Damn.
And unfortunately, Nog, you're left with just the standard eye patch, little black eye patch. But yeah, I mean, you still look
Perhaps next
badass,
time.
Nog. You still
I
look
know.
badass. You have a
I know.
wicked
Perhaps next time.
scar going down your face
Yeah,
where it happened.
Ogre chicks do dig scars. It's
They
true.
do, and they are quite large and lusty.
That's right.
Is there anything story related you would like to ask about Nog?
No, not really. I'm looking out for a young Luther.
Okay. In that case, ironically, let's slide on over to young Luther for his endeavors.
Luther, I guess he's going to try to make some extra money, I feel
Okay.
like.
Okay.
As one of his endeavors. Try to earn some extra cash. He's silver 5 now. He's moved up in station from his brass 3. But yeah, try to earn some money. It says the way I earn money is through magic.
It is. So go ahead and make that roll.
Okay. That is a failure.
A failure.
Yeah.
It's hilarious, Luther. You know, you attempt to earn a little extra cash, utilizing your magic. Perhaps you're gonna impress your mistress. You know, it'll really contribute to the expedition. You just got your new wizarding robes. Doesn't matter. You failed.
Oh
You
no,
failed.
I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Actually, I was looking at lore magic instead of language magic. It's actually a simple success.
You bastard.
I'm sorry.
What was a failure barely squeaks by a success.
Yeah.
So, I believe whenever you do this one, you get to roll extra money per success level.
Okay.
Make sure. Let me make sure. General orders. Making, stashing, crafting. Are you? Yeah, you get to roll extra money.
Okay. Like when I at the end when I roll money or
So
whatever.
yeah, when you roll money, you get to roll an extra dice.
Cool.
So, per success level, which you have
One.
no,
Yeah.
you have one. So there you go.
Okay.
All right.
My other one.
Mhm.
Oof. I'm really bad at it. I'm really curious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What you can do, Luther?
Luther. Oh, God. Luther is curious because he overheard the vulture and the caliph talking about some other deal as they would communicate with each other. Perked up young Luther's ears. Curious.
Give me
that
gossip roll, Luther.
Yes,
Give me
yes,
gossip
yes.
roll. Yeah. I see where this is going.
I'm not very good at it. I'm actually quite bad at this. So here goes now.
35?
Do I get any kind of advantages, perhaps? Is it a,
Definitely not, Luther.
well, I mean, I'm an officially licensed wizard now. You know,
That means
I mean,
nothing
is
in
that-
Araby. In the
But my-
Empire, sure.
But my status? I mean,
It's not
you know, I'm a silver now. You know, I mean,
It's not gonna. You're not getting clout.
plus
on this,
10,
Luther.
maybe. You know,
Nope.
I mean,
No.
What's your-
Standard.
What's the
Is it?
cost at?
I say
He fails.
What's your gossip? What's your gossip skill?
My gossip's 26.
You got a fortune point, right?
Oh yeah, I do. I got one left. I'm gonna make it a
Just-
success.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, sure. Make it a single success. With that, Luther, you know, you're really digging in there. You know, trying to after your marginal success, you know, trying to impress your mistress. Do a couple errands for her. I'll impress. I'll really impress her this time. Find out some information.
Exactly.
And you attempt to sleuth. It doesn't go very well, Luther.
Oh.
You're attempting to infiltrate the ongoings of the Temple of Jinn. With a marginal success, the only thing you can find is that you can overhear is that you hear one of the acolytes stating that the Caliph is requesting an accounting of the almshouses within the city.
Okay.
That's all you hear.
Okay. Very well. Very well.
That's going to be it, Luther.
I guess for my personal character my enhancements, I guess. My story element. I would like to. I'm just take some time and focus on some of the things I've been able to do over this adventure.
Okay.
Some of my abilities that I've been able to produce, and just do some inner seeking.
Some inner seeking.
Yeah.
Inner seeking. Go ahead and give me a. Oh man, what do I want to call this? Give me a language magic roll.
There's magic. So basic roll plus 20.
Nothing. No. Straight
Challenging?
roll on
Okay,
this one.
Okay. Oh, that's
87.
I can't. I don't have any more fortunes. That's all I got.
This will tie into what's happening in a moment, Luther.
Okay.
So you kind of find a private space. Perhaps, where do you want to be when you do this, Luther?
I assume I probably. I don't know if they have like a plaza, like a little area in this villa that has like a large, like, fire pit or something. But
There has been.
flames.
Yeah, there has been one that has been somewhat added with your fellow pyromancers that have been staying here for some time. In kind of what used to be like an open garden area that has now been turned into a bonfire meeting place for the pyromancers to relax by. You're kind of sitting out there and you're kind of focusing. You grasp the melted piece of metal you keep around your neck, touching it. And you're just not quite connecting. You're not sure what's wrong. But maybe something's off, Luther. That brings me to Lucian. Endeavors,
Right.
Lucian.
I am spending my 100 XP to officially level up to Duelist,
Yes.
Silver 5.
Yes, indeed.
So I would definitely like to make money.
Okay. For you, I think that is your fencing, I think? I need to check. God, I gotta look back here through all this. I should have had your class bookmarked. You are on page...
That's the one that's in italics, right?
Yes, which one is it?
It's melee. Yep.
Melee, okay, yeah. So go ahead and make melee roll.
All right. I'm
81.
Fortune point.
Spend your fortune points.
Does success level matter for this, or is it just?
It will, because the success levels determine how many extra dice you get to roll.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna re-roll.
Mm-hmm.
Much better.
31.
That is 4 levels of success.
So you get to roll 4 additional dice, Lucian, when it comes to making money in the at the end of the session. You have another endeavor. Is there anything else you'd like to accomplish, Lucian?
The acquisition of trade tools was one of them, which it sounds like.
That is true. You did do that, I'll give that to you. I'll give that to you.
Okay. The only other thing would be, depending on what Henry does, and also, I don't know if it's just a coincidental connection, but the fact that he and I were having visions of the Knight Commander, whether or not he chooses to investigate that any further, combined with the intelligence that Luther gained about these almshouses that we keep hearing about, whether there's anything untoward going on there with the Knight Commander. I'm not sure. I've not any kind of joint investigation we might undertake.
Okay. Is that something Henry's interested in expanding an endeavor for?
That was going to be my story element if it was going to be allowed.
That's fine. I'll allow you guys to tag team this. Who wants to helm the investigation?
Probably myself.
Probably yourself. Okay. Go ahead and... Where's my skills? God, there's so many skills in this game. It's fantastic. Skills... Oh, this gets interesting. Because there's not like an investigation skill. There is... I'll give you choices here. So you can either give me an intuition roll, perception, or I will accept gossip as well. Either one of those three.
My highest is a 34 for intuition or perception, so...
Am I assisting on any of this, or is it just got to be...
Yeah, I'll give you assist, so it'll be a plus 10.
Alright. Let's do it.
Come on, Henry.
Oh, damn it.
91? Holy shit!
It was sitting at a 50-something, and then it rolled over. Yeah, I'll spin... I have one reroll, so I'll spin the reroll. Well, technically I have 2 rerolls, but I'm going to spend one right now. That's still failure.
Still failure, 63. How badly do you want to know, Henry? Do you want to spend another one?
No.
Okay. All right. Lucian, was there anything else you wanted to do? Since that's going to be kind of the two of you's kind of story thing collaborating on.
Other than that, I did want to kind of ask around my sellsword troop, or depending on how close I am with Luther, and the fire wizard contingent. I want to ask, see if there's any discreet way I can ask about this necklace that I found.
That is something that you would probably want to ask Luther.
Okay.
Luther will need to give me a lore magic roll. And I need to find my notes on that item.
The 5 levels of success.
Jesus.
Let's go.
My God. Son of a bitch. Okay. Let
Wizard
me.
now. Lucian.
Yeah, he's Lucy. He's definitely a wizard. I'm definitely gonna have to. I'm gonna have to find the notes on this. Just shouldn't take me long. Hold on. Was it that? Yes. Okay. With that many levels of success, Luther, as you were looking at it, if I'll remind you, it is a white gold chain with a crescent moon pendant symbol on it. Now, Luther, you're not an expert on symbols, at least Arabian symbols, that is. You haven't been here long enough to get studied in it. But you recognize the crescent moon as you've seen markings of it around the Temple of Jinn before.
Mm-hmm.
And with that many successive levels, you would know that it represents a ancient Nehekaran god known as Neru. The symbol embedded with, so there's a further symbol embedded within the crescent moon, which is made from a very strange metal, and you recognize the aspect of Hish, the lore of light, as white light magic has been tethered through some perhaps ritual craft or perhaps even divinely bound into this necklace. You can tell that it emanates a light of purity. It does so for 1 hour, giving the wearer and those within 3 yards resistance to disease. Wizards also receive a +1 success level to dispel dark and chaotic magics while within its presence. It resets this, it kind of regathers its strength at dusk when the moon is at its fullest. It can also be used continually when under the moon's light or if the moon is full.
How does that 1 hour duration work?
So essentially during the day, you can activate this and it's good. It will emanate light it has stored in it for an hour.
Nice.
At night, if you're under moonlight, it just works. It just always works. If there is a full moon, even if you're inside, it works no matter what. Yes.
This is a very powerful artifact, Lucian. Very few can even see the winds of Hashish. It's very rare indeed. I heard the Nekarans were proficient in this type of casting. A very good find indeed. I explain what it does.
Yeah. And you call it a pendant of Neru.
A pendant of Neru.
I found it while traversing the catacombs with our friend Henri while he was unconscious. I felt it was a good omen, so I found it. I kept it. I assume that's also
very good
why.
find. Makes sense to Nog's eye.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it cures disease. So it literally removed the disease from Nog before it set in.
What happened? Yeah.
So he was cured beforehand. It also will keep diseased creatures at bay, which is why the ghouls
that attacked us on the way
retreated
out.
from it. Yeah, they would not. None of them would go near it. The light, that is. So there you go. You've discovered it. Yeah.
I love it.
There you go. All right.
What was it called again? Does it have a particular name?
Pendant of Neru. You're not going to find it in the
Okay.
book. That is a custom lore drop item for you.
Got it.
Henry.
Last
but not least, you still have 2 endeavors. You guys have kind of collabed on the story element.
So Henry, for some unforeseen reason, does not get access to read and write. Being a noble knight.
Oh God.
So if I spend 200 XP to attempt to learn this, is it gone forever?
If you now, it's an attempt. Like the XP is gone if you fail. That's the way it's supposed to be difficult for you to learn skills or talents not within your class. But you, on the same time, you could nail it, Henry. You could do this. Now, I will say,
XP with the roll away.
Now I will say, I will give you some benefits to this. Luther knows how to read and write. Wolfram, you know how to read and write, correct?
I don't think so.
Okay, you don't. Lucian does. Okay, so you have 2 people in your party that already know how to read and write. You're from a decent family, and most of the knights, pretty much the majority of the knights, would know how to read and write. So I'm going to give you a plus 30 to this roll. Should you choose?
What's the roll? Is it intelligence?
It is an intelligence roll.
I'm so dumb.
He's dumb.
He is not. This is why this will be a difficult task, Henry, because this is. I mean, you're learning how to read and write. This is not an easy task for an adult, for sure.
We gotta have a whole montage of us, like,
exactly
with illustrations and
Henry sitting at the desk and like throws the pencil.
Want to get
do it?
I can't do it anymore.
We approach you, console you, and
Look at me, Henry. You're beautiful. You can do anything you want.
You're beautiful, damn it. Go ahead and give me that.
I believe in you.
Come on, you can do this, Henry. It's only 200 XP.
Yes!
9!
Oh, shit.
He's got it.
he's literate.
He's literate. He's.
Did you just learn how to read?
He learned how to. Henry learned how to read and write.
That's amazing.
I've separated myself from Wolfram now.
Got it. I've got it.
Not only in terms of money, but I'm also literate.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, second endeavor.
Yes, what's going to be your second endeavor, Henry?
I would like to teach my newly acquired destrier.
Oh, okay.
The shock cavalry trait.
Okay.
Wow.
This is.
It says I have to make a plus 20 animal training, which I don't.
Yes.
So is that animal care?
Do you know it's animal training? It's an advanced skill. You can get
animal,
points in it.
And I don't have access to animal training.
It's intelligence based.
Okay.
Believe it or not.
I mean, it makes sense because animal care is intelligence based.
Yeah. So I will tell you this, Henry. We both know you're not super intelligent, Henry. Let's be honest.
I admit it.
You can choose.
Not so far for me as you think.
You can. I know that's true.
I mean, Nog's almost as smart as me too.
It's true.
He's still gotta mouth the words when he reads.
So you can choose. You're part of a knightly order that specializes in riding horses. There are options for those that are not as well versed in their animal care. You're an official knight now. You're no longer a squire. You can dictate this task to your lowers essentially, and have them attempt to break your horse for you.
Mm-hmm.
However, you will either need to make me a charm or an intimidation roll to set it in right.
What will it do?
Did they find me attractive?
Was the horse
God
fight
damn it.
attractive?
No! No, god damn it. No.
This was a shot.
I knew you were a hillbilly.
Okay, so it's between intimidate, charm.
Or you can just make your intelligence roll like normal and try to
That's
do it
what you
yourself.
expect from guys from Nelm.
Do you have like leadership or anything?
Do I get the plus 20 though?
Oh yeah. Do you? I would accept leadership
Okay.
skills. Yeah.
I do have. I mean, intimidate is strong. My intimidate is higher than my leadership.
Well, I mean,
Figured
use that.
he would
You
do-
wanna-
he would do
Gotta
that.
bully someone into it. Yeah.
I know. I love it. Do it.
It's
Do
up
I
to
get
you.
the plus? Do I get my plus 20 though on my
Oh,
Intimidate?
animal training?
no,
Damn it.
no, you don't.
All right, then
sorry.
it has to be intimidate because that's the highest.
Give me an intimidate roll to bully your lessers into doing your work for
I
you.
don't feel good about it.
Do you not? You're doing it anyway. I see it
I
happening.
failed.
92.
You got
Failed
reroll.
miserably.
I got one reroll.
Go on reroll. Go and reroll. Go and reroll it.
Well, it's if I don't get any bonuses, it's a failure.
Oh, Henry, so
If
sad.
it's a straight
I'm
roll, it's a
sorry.
failure.
I'm sorry, Henry.
Damn
You
it.
tried with a 52. Unfortunately, you're just not gonna make it. You know what? Your heart's not in it, Henry. You're out there trying to break this horse, and people know that. Like some of the other squires are like looking at you, like, "What is he doing?" And you're like, "Do you think you could do better?" And you're trying to rile him up, and it just falls flat, Henry. I'm sorry. They all of the squires just go about to doing their menial tasks, and they pretend like they don't hear your tantrum. And that is that.
I just learned how to read. I've had a rough time.
You did exactly.
Now-
You had a rough time.
I do have to ask,
Mhm.
because of my trappings, I get my I want to call it a coat, but it's not a coat.
You're
A tabard.
I gotta pull up my character sheet here. I get my great cat pelt.
You are going to have to hunt for that pelt, Henry.
Yes. Okay. I didn't know if we wanted to do it now or if it's going to happen later.
Well,
That's what I was
we're gonna
getting
do
at.
that later. We're going to do that
Okay.
later. Don't you worry. You're going to have to
Let's.
hunt that cat.
I do acquire a lance,
Okay. You do get a lance.
and I acquire plate armor,
Mm-hmm.
and I get a ring or medallion with a panther emblem.
Yes, indeed. That is your choice, whichever one you'd like.
Mhm. And of course, a warhorse, a legit warhorse.
Yeah, you do. You get a legit warhorse.
But I believe that's it.
Okay. Trappings for the rest of you before we move on. You know what? I've actually got something else I'd like to do before we do any of that. We might do trappings next session if this runs too late. We'll see. Because what I'd like to do is something a little more special. A little more, let's just call it intimate to all of you. Who do I want to start with? Lucian. So I'm going to start with. After the month has passed, all of your wounds have been relatively healing. All of you have been up to your various things for the expedition, as well as your own personal endeavors throughout the city of Lashik, the den of corsairs. Lucien, you remember laying down in your bed for the night, your bunk, and a cold hand grasps you on the shoulder, and you bolt awake. There is a all too tall person standing by your bed. Above you, looking down. It's shrouded in a blue cloak. It appears to be somewhere around 8 feet tall. You recognize it. You've seen this thing before, whatever or whoever it is. You remember seeing it a long, long time ago. It's familiar, but at the same time, you can't remember your last encounter. But all you know is you feel cold and at ill ease in its presence. It doesn't speak. It simply motions you to stand and follow.
Like I'm awake right now. I'm not dreaming, or what?
We'll find out, Lucian. What do you do?
I'll follow.
Kind of sit up. You follow the lumbering creature through the door. As you do, you don't pass into the villa. You're outside the streets of Lashik, as if you slept in one of the abandoned houses as you look backwards you apparently came from. There is a the normal nightlife is out about. You're in the lower section of the city near the docks. There is the man that you're following is wielding or moving along the street utilizing a twisted, gnarled black staff. As he's moving, people don't appear to see him, but they do appear to see you. And at this point, he takes the staff in his hand and points it down the street. And you see a man in a red cloak skulking about. Looks like he's begging someone for coin. There are black circles around his eyes, the telltale markings of a person that indulges in dangerous tastes. As some of his teeth are begin to rot. There are sores around his lips. Kind of man that would partake in various drugs. You watch as a passing gentleman just kind of haphazardly throws him a silver coin just to get him away from him. He greedily scrapes it off the ground and begins to move towards what you recognize as a lotus den. A place where one can go to have a private experience with your contraband. One you've seen before in passing, walking around the docks. But as the man passes, he looks towards you for a moment. His face is disheveled, the beard thick, gnarled, and long. The eyes, as they meet yours, Lucian, you recognize this man. You recognize him as Warner Bitterman. He was a soldier in your father's regiment. He should be dead. But here he is, walking into a opium den in front of you. What do you do, Lucian?
I'll go in after him.
You begin to pursue. The tall, cloaked man fades from view as you eagerly pursue the absconded soldier. As you enter into the den, it's full of thick smoke. It's dark. You hear the moans of people in rapture. You're not sure if it's pleasure or pain. You see the red cloak ducking into a curtained off section. As you move closer, you pull it aside. You see the man. He's eagerly packing a pipe, his back to you. What do you want to do, Lucian?
So this is just some guy from my hometown who is in...
He was supposed to be on duty the night that your father died.
Is this the guy?
This is a guy, you're not sure. He's supposed to be dead. The only two survivors are, there were only two survivors that you knew of. One of them met a grisly end. You know all about that one. The other one's Wolfram.
I'm gonna clasp him on the shoulder and turn him.
He looks at you wide-eyed. It can't be. I didn't know. He looks panicked at the sight of you.
What do you mean you didn't know?
It wasn't me. It was him. He made the deal. It was him.
How do you know about this?
You'll never get it out of me. You'll never get it out of me.
I don't believe you. And I'm like grabbing him and shaking him at this point.
Ah! Ah! Get off me! It was that scrawny bastard. It was him. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was the rats. They were scurrying everywhere. All of them red-eyed.
There's no way you would know unless you're in on it.
And what are you gonna do about it?
Who's around me?
There's no one in your near vicinity, Lucian.
At this point, my rapier is out.
You draw your rapier. He looks down at it. He begins to laugh to himself. Better this way than what's in store for all of you.
Yeah, it's at his throat, and I'm ending it.
It slashes all the way through. As it goes through Lucian, you watch as his eyes widen for a moment, and he smiles, blood pulsating out of his mouth. He can't make any sounds as you've pierced his windpipe, as you pull the blade free. All you hear him scramble and begin to claw. As he begins to claw, he says, and then he slowly stops moving. Lucian, you feel a intense heat, a burning sensation deep, deep inside you. Something you felt before. You feel rage, bloodlust, and a point of corruption has stained your soul, Lucian.
I figured as much.
As you walk out, Lucian, you realize this is no dream. That man is dead behind you. And we move on to the next person. Wolfram. You're next, Wolfram.
All right.
Wolfram. You're stumbling back from one of your drunken rows on your way back to the villa when you spot a figure, possibly tall for a man, thin, pale, white flesh, wearing a blue cloak obscuring its features, holding a black gnarled staff. It seems familiar, Wolfram, but at the same time not. You can't remember the last time you've recalled this creature or person. It doesn't speak, but you can sense its eyes on you. It motions towards a nearby building and begins to walk into it.
I'm probably gonna stagger a little bit and kind of follow it in.
It stoops down low to enter into the doorway. As you move in behind it, Wolfram, it turns about and points its gnarled staff into the darkness. And we're going to cut away from Wolfram and consult everyone else's event before we finish his. Let's move on to Luther. At this moment, Luther is sitting next to a bonfire, trying to contemplate his magic, one might say. It's gotten late. You're not sure if you've fallen asleep, Luther, or if you've just been standing and or just been waiting and raptured by the flames. When you feel something, Luther, a pull, as the chain around your neck gets hot, hotter than it's ever been. Feel a hand on your shoulder.
Damn it, Oliver.
It whispers in your ear.
Turn around. Did I see
What do you
anything?
do? You look
I turn
back.
around to it. Yeah.
You see the outline of a figure, wreathed in black flame and smoke billowing off of it.
Can I roll a cool test to see if I am afraid?
Sure, let's go and do that. Let's
Okay.
go and do that.
Ooh, critical fail. I'm pretty afraid.
You start losing it, Luther. You as you begin to backpedal, Luther, trying to get away. The creature
Away
begins
from
to
me.
take form. Its arms become lithe and feminine. A feminine form takes structure on it, though it's still wispy and smoke with smoke and black flames. The face doesn't have any features. The only thing you see is a mouth begins to open up and is full of these dagger-like flame teeth. A long serpentine tongue extends outwards as the thing gets on all fours and begins crawling towards you like a spider quickly. So
I
fast
warn
that you can't get away fast enough, Luther. It grabs a hold of you, both clawed hands around your throat, as you begin to scream into its loving embrace. And you wake up, Luther. You are laying next to the pyre. You seem to have pissed yourself.
Oh, not again. What a dream, man.
As you say, what a dream, you rub the back of your neck and you realize it's coated with ash. So is your hand.
Surely.
And that's it for Luther.
Okay.
Nog!
Yeah, that's me.
Nog? You have dreams. Sometimes you remember them, most times you don't.
Most of the time, it's about eating something.
Ironically, Nog, you're not sure if you're dreaming or not.
No.
What you see, Nog, is you're in like a dark space. You're not exactly sure where, but it really doesn't matter.
No.
There's a pile taller than you of corpses.
Oh, yeah.
They all have strange bits on them. Some of them are scaled. Some of them have tentacles for arms.
Oh,
Some of them have fish eyes.
Yeah, fish heads, lovely fish heads.
They all appear to have possibly once been humans. Who knows? Some of them have
doesn't
goat
matter.
tails.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, Nog. You're feasting. You're
No,
greedily
it's all food now.
stuffing them all into your maw.
Yeah.
As you're eating, you feel something watching you.
Yeah.
Just out of sight.
That's right.
You can almost hear or smell something whispering, if one could smell a whisper.
That's right.
You feel 1, 2, 3, 4 hands grabbing you, 2 about your shoulder, 2 about your waist, almost lovingly.
I want to say a massage with my dinner.
Kind of as you're eating, you kind of look over and you see one of the hands, and you see a pink clawed, 3-fingered hand touching your shoulder. It whispers and whispers, "Consume, consume."
I don't know.
And what do you do, Nog?
Well, I'm gonna give in to my base instincts. I'm gonna go ahead and keep eating.
You keep eating, Nog, and you keep eating. Nog, I need you to make an endurance test.
An endurance test. Okay, all right. Don't fail me now. We're shooting for 60 or less. Oh, a 14.
Nog,
Nice.
coming
He's
in,
the
man.
Joey Chestnut of ogres.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Nog, as you're eating, the creature says, more, more. And you keep eating, Nog.
yeah.
And
Gorging.
as you are engorging yourself, you kind of sit
I'm
back
gonna
on
need
your
a bigger
haunches.
gut plate.
You are as full as you've ever been, and there's still more to go.
Not sated yet.
The whispers don't fade. More, more. But you kind of like flail your arms, and nothing's there, Nog. But you're sitting in what appears to be a small room. And there is a mostly eaten pile of corpses in front of you. You'd recognize some of them. Most of them you guys butchered out on the street a few weeks back.
Yeah.
Tastes good.
Yeah.
That's it for Nog.
All right. Seemingly uneventful.
Henry, you went to sleep in your bed. You wake up freezing, coldest that you've ever been. You sit up. Your bed is in a forest, frozen over. It's daylight. You're almost blinded by the light reflecting off the snow. You sit up and you look over. There is a large tent set up in a clearing. There are totems, bones, things draped from it. A dwindling embers of a fire died down with melted snow around it. Standing in front of the tent, cross-armed, is a 7-foot-tall, heavily muscled man wearing a wolf-skinned cloak. The wolf was white, pure as the snow around it. The man appears to be bare-chested, with only a simple loincloth and tattered breeches kind of underneath for a little extra warmth. There is a massive two-handed axe he wields in both hands, standing in front of the tent flap. The axe looks like it was almost grown as opposed to made. The blade almost wrapped by the wood, warped around it. There are strange carvings along the axe as well. The man in question has a necklace of teeth. You see the skulls of wolves and various other creatures draped around him on some of the totems. He looks towards you. What do you do, Henry?
Am I like, I'm wearing like regular clothing, I assume,
wearing
like what I went to
your-
bed in?
Yeah, what you went to bed in.
As I stand up, I'll shout, "Hello!"
He doesn't speak.
And I'll start to slowly walk towards him. Can I like make out details of him?
Well, you get more that he looks like a tanned, well-built man.
Okay.
You see as you get closer, you see a massive curling beard. There has been like bone charms woven into it. The facial hair is black, very, very black. His eyes have a strange yellow tinge to them.
He doesn't look like anyone I've seen before.
No, he does not.
Okay. I'll shout out as I'm still walking towards him. Where are we?
You are of the blood
blood. Freezing out here.
Present yourself.
Said myself, what do you mean?
He takes a step towards you with his axe in hand.
I look around and realize I don't have any weapons.
You look at the ground. You see a sword and a shield, Henry.
Oh, all right. I don't mean to fight you. I don't know where I am. How did I get here?
He charges towards you.
Oh,
I
shit.
need you to defend yourself, Henry.
All right. I'm assuming I don't have enough time to pick it up.
You do.
Okay.
You
I'll pick
quickly
it up.
scramble down,
and
grab the sword and shield.
Going in. Out of
Defend yourself,
rerolls,
Henry.
too.
Yep, out of rerolls. Glad you used them on all that other stuff.
Oh, that's a fucking one!
Unnatural! Oh my god! Critical success on your defensive roll.
Orc, save me!
All right. All right. Let's roll on the critical. Roll me another D100. We'll see where it hits.
Let's go.
Wow. Out of the gate. I am impressed.
43.
Okay, that is going to be the right arm. So let's roll on the arm table. Give me another D100 roll.
That's a 4.
Okay. You want to roll higher on the critical roll
Yes,
table.
I did it backwards.
However, this might work quite well. First off, how much damage is that, Henry?
Shit, I
From a 1.
totally forgot to look. I think it was 16 the last time we did this.
Your god.
Because this happened last session.
Mhm.
If it's with the sword, it will be 15. Because axe... No, it's just 16. They do the same damage.
Okay. 16 wounds, Henry, as he runs towards you and your reflexes kick in. You take a stance. You parry the axe and slash across his right arm, cleaving deeply into it, exposing muscle and flesh. Blood gouts out of it, hot and steaming in the cold winter air. As you carve through the arm, his axe drops from his hands and hits the ground in front of him, as you have jarred the weapon from his grasp. It's your turn, Henry.
You yield. I've disarmed you. As I try to kick his axe away.
Okay. I'll say you use your action to attempt to kick his axe. Give me a strength check, Henry.
Strength check. Oh, you're going to make me do this.
This thing's heavy.
I wish my strength was just a little bit more. Oh, I fail. It's a straight failure.
You do have a point of momentum.
Oh, then it's a 48 out of 50.
Okay. So you barely succeed on this. You go to kick it, Henry. This thing must weigh 100 pounds.
Damn.
It is beyond heavy for a weapon. There's no way anybody should be swinging this around if they weren't an ogre. But you kick it, and you kick it with such ferocity that it does move a few feet away. It kind of like tilts and kind of like goes end over end for a second, and it lands out of reach. The man looks down at you, and he smiles. You are worthy. He begins to walk away towards the tent.
What do you mean? As I start to follow him.
You begin to follow him. He
Do you
ducks
want your
down.
axe?
Doesn't say a word, Henry.
Follow him in the tent, I guess.
You move into the tent. The tent is dimly lit. It's what you would expect a primitive hide tent to be like on the inside. Large furs across the ground. Most of them appear to be pelts of various animals. The man in question walks towards the center of the room where there is a massive black cauldron. Huge. Round. The top of the cauldron, there is a layer 4, 5, 6 inches thick of solid ice across the top of it. He walks around the other side, Are you ready to take the plunge?
No. That's solid ice.
He doesn't say anything, Henry.
Would I know of any of this from my my upbringing? Would
Give me a
my grandmother, my mother?
give me a
I have
lore
lore
empire.
empire.
Well,
I have lore empire.
give me a lore
It's
empire.
it's very low because it's intelligence based.
I know.
Yeah, didn't do it.
Critical fail. You
Critical
have no
fail.
idea.
I needed a 33.
You have no idea what's happening, Henry.
Damn it. Not knowing, I didn't pay attention to my grandmother's fairy tales.
No, you did not.
I will. It's solid ice.
It is.
I can try to punch my hand through.
Okay.
You told me to take the plunge.
All right.
I'm not putting my face in.
You move close and you punch a fist into it. Go ahead and give me a melee brawl.
Melee brawl. So that will just be melee. What is skill? All right. Damn it.
Critical fail. Henry.
Damn it. Can I burn something? Can I use a fate point or something?
You cannot, unfortunately.
Damn it. Resolve, resilience.
It's too late. It's too late. It's too late, Henry. You punch, and as you do, your knuckles collide, and your wrist snaps. Ah! You are going to take 10 wounds, Henry.
Okay.
As
I'm still up.
Your wrist buckles. It hurts. That hurts bad enough. But what hurts worse is your entire arm immediately goes numb from the tips of your fingers to your shoulder. And you can see as it's turning purple and almost blackening at the fingertips, as if a rapid frostbite is setting in. As you pull back, the man looks at you grimly. You are not ready. And as your head begins to spin, Henry, as you watch your fingers blacken and begin to decay before your eyes, they turn to mush, exposing your raw skeletal hand before you are rendered unconscious and wake up screaming in your bed.
Yes.
With a point of exhaustion. Point of fatigue. Give it to yourself.
Thank you.
Sweating profusely.
Yeah, it's a cold sweat.
Strangely enough, it is quite cold despite the hot desert air. And we return to Wolfram. In a dark alley. The all too tall figure motioning towards the darkness as a red-eyed creature steps out. Hunched over. A rat's face, gray-furred. 4 horns, one of them broken. It wears tattered gray robes, wielding a gnarled-looking staff as it steps forward. Yes. You. It reaches to its side and pulls out a leather pouch made of some material. It's stained with blood. It throws the pouch towards you, Wolfram. It doesn't quite make it. It hits the ground before you, and out spills gold coins. You will do, yes. You've done it before, you'll do it again. Yes. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode of The Expedition of the Damned.
Wow.
It's going to do fair most of the night, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna do like trappings and money and stuff
We'll
like
do-
that. No,
we'll
you,
do-
you send
we'll
us all
do-
to hell.
We'll do trappings and money next sesh, guys. It'll be fine. Be fine. You know, let's start with Wolfram. You know, favorite months of the night, Wolfram.
Oh man, I got a really great gun. I got a lot. I got loot, but the best part, and I think everyone will agree, was Luther beating poor Oliver into submission on the order of his mistress.
That was terrible. What are you talking about?
I know it was terrible.
It was for his own good. You know, I saved him.
Did you though?
I did.
Did
I
you?
used to switch. It was the lightest of things. You know what I mean?
This hurts me more than it hurts you.
You guys are being
Yeah.
psychologically and
A lot of
physically
jokes.
abused.
Ugh.
Stop to watch.
I love it. I love it. How about Nog? You know, favorite months of the night, Nog.
Well, I gotta say I'm intrigued by what could have been. The eye patch and everything.
I'm sorry.
I'm very proud of my little Luther becoming a full-fledged wizard.
He's a real wizard
It's a
now.
big day in a young man's life when he gets his red robes. I'm very very sorry for. Was it young Henry whose wrist was just broken?
It sure did seem like it. Yes.
Oh, that's unfortunate. However, I will say the offset to what I feel like I missed out on. You could say I feel like I also missed out on something with that dream state, that fugue state where I was just overeating. I don't know if an ogre can overeat, but that felt like I dodged something for sure.
You did. You did
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
That you did. Luther, you know, favorite moments of the night, Luther.
You know, I'm a wizard. You know now.
I'm a real wizard.
I'm a wizard. You know, I got my letter of acceptance to Hogwarts, and I'm official. I'm licensed.
Hogwarts.
You know,
How
certified.
dare you? How dare you?
Certified.
yeah.
God damn it. Hopefully you live Moss more often.
I know. I yeah. I love all the story elements at the end there. If someone's with us, has been with us for a long time, they might remember some of the settings from young Henry's dream state. I know I do.
Hey, you know how
So,
you do.
I won't say anything, but it's all very reminiscent.
You already said
Uh,
something, you bastard.
What I say? Well, I didn't say nothing.
You said it. You've said enough. Lucian, favorite moments of the night.
I did enjoy the more individualized story elements at the end there. The deepening threads that are being woven. The reappearance of the Skaven caster.
It's gonna be great, guys. You know.
Yeah.
What's the worst that
I'm
can happen?
I'm looking forward to getting to hear some more about that as well as
And last but not least, Henry, favorite moment of the night.
Everybody's officially level 2. That excites me.
It's true.
I always enjoy a good dreamscape thing going on. Unfortunately, I had the highest of highs, rolling a natural 1.
You did.
I followed up
And the low?
immediately by rolling the lowest of lows
99.
with the
Or
99.
Damn it.
Well, the gods give it, and then they immediately take it away, and my hubris.
They take it. They take it. It's true. It happens. Happens to the best of us.
Damn shame.
His damn shame. Speaking of a damn shame, I forgot to tell you guys earlier. You guys were all given boons from the community. It is your choice. You can either gain back a fate point that you have lost, or you can choose one piece of mundane equipment, any piece, and have it be yours.
Like a piece of armor that was taken
Sure.
away by a critical?
Yes, you can.
Shit.
As long as it is considered mundane.
Thank you, fans.
There you
Yeah,
go.
thanks everybody. I needed another fate point.
And yeah, or you
I
can
burned through those really quick.
Yeah, exactly. So that'll be that. Speaking of the fans, we will of course have a viewer decision for this session. This next one's going to be interesting. It took me a little bit to follow through with everything, but I need you guys to vote on the hunter or the prey, and we will see how that unfolds next session. In addition to all the other things that are going to unfold, but we will officially do trappings and we'll do money for the upcoming adventure next session. Of course, then you'll find out what the next adventure is even going to be. Who knows? Who knows what's going on here? You get to we'll actually unfold and unpack the results of what you guys accomplished in the previous little leg of our adventure, and see what consequences they might wrought. But thank you guys for playing. Hopefully you had a good time. I know I did, and I'm definitely looking forward to next session. Do make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and of course check out Dan Decker. I've got his links in social media down below. He does a lot of stuff. He's on all the things I know I'll never be on. And of course, thank you for watching. This has been the Expedition of the Damned. Do make sure to vote in the decision. I of course love reading the comments. I know a lot of the cast does as well, and it gives you an opportunity to interact with our next session. So thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next episode. Have a good day.